Hi guys. Today we're talking about Tony Scott. He was a filmmaker born in 1944 and passed away in 2012. Uh, Brother to Ridley Scott, well-known director. Tony only made about 29 films altogether, including a couple of TV series and commercials. And then we're going to talk about his most notable films that we can remember and that we can talk about.
So the first one we're going to talk about is Top Gun that came out in 1986. Of course, it kind of helped Tom Cruise's career go woo. Kim Kilmer could
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer could have been like Tom Cruise, like famous, but for some reason he took a different direction. But before this movie, look up Top Secret. That was one of my favorite '80s movies. It's kind of like a Naked Gun, kind of like those kind of things. Um, it's one of these days we're gonna do like a filming site of where they filmed this movie. That located like Oceanside, the house was filmed there, Seaside, California,
Right.
and the location San Diego. So like that where they played the piano, like Great Balls of Fire. Well, I mean, Kim Kilmer to get criticized, he was a real crew of a billion, but he had great points. He didn't really like Maverick the way his attitude kind of thought he was dangerous. He didn't really trust him as a pilot. I mean, respect his skills, but as a pilot, didn't trust him. Safety wise.
Yeah.
Kurt Shortley, his love interest, a much older character. It's kind of interesting that a young guy fell in love with a much older woman, too, in that one.
Well, I mean,
He could get any kind of girl, but he was after his. He fell in love when she first walked into the kind of like the Navy or the pilot kind of bar thing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? For some reason, you lost your love and feel and that part. That's one of the classic. I mean, they sing that one song, "Great Balls of Fire," and "You lost your loving feeling." Maverick was supposed to come out this year, but the whole COVID thing. You watch the trailer, it's kind of awesome. There's one scene he does the Cobra when the plane's flying, to go straight like that. But I'm not sure that's medically impossible. Of course, be kind of interesting. They show like clips of some kind of future airplane, kind of some kind of test pilot, and
Right.
he really doesn't go through the ranks. He just kind of stays Maverick. Stays in. He said most people, move on, but you keep staying. You know,
Well,
but Goose, I mean, his partner's Goose. I mean, that good chemistry. Too bad what happened to him in the movie. But it's a classic. I got pumped up when I moved it. I mean, if like most join the Navy, I want to be one of those guys that go like this, with sticks or flags where they go.
Signer.
Yeah, signers. But he also did the Kenny Logan Danger Zone video. That used to drive me nuts at Great America. We used to write called Top Gun.
Mhm.
And they play that song like over and over. That pissed me off because I used to like that song. After that, I heard that song so many times. The song's like 4 minutes long.
Yeah, you get sick of it.
For 40 minutes of like, God, there's other songs on the soundtrack.
I think that was the marketing. That they use that
Yeah.
in the marketing too.
Well, they can do Berlin. You know what I mean? You take my breath away or something. Or I mean, there's tons of.
I don't know that. Like taking my breath away. That I don't think that would have been like as like action packed as.
Well, they did add the love sing into the later on, because if you watch the love sing in that movie, all the characters or the lights was really dark as they kind of moved on to different movies. So they had to do a love scene or something. I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
But the Berlin, a little
Love
tribute, they kind of ruined the whole band because they didn't like that song because they had to play that song at concerts.
Oh really?
Take my breath away. But I did see Berlin like 3 years later at the Great Music Hall. The whole band.
Sad. I thought that song was sung by Pat Benatar.
Like, so different voice. I mean, whole different.
I don't know. They all sound the same.
But well, at the concert, Berlin, the girl like everybody leaves none of the original members, but the one of the Dick showed up. He lived in Half a Day, played like one song, but he goes upstage, but everybody leaves that stage, and then the keyboard programs something on the keyboard, and she sings it by herself on the.
Yeah, he probably just puts it on a disc and just play it like.
It like leaves. And then you got like he did Beverly Hills Cops 2.
Yep, that was a really good one where it was different than the rest of the two movies. It was more like film noir. It was like dark and like sandy. Like it almost had a shadowy feel to it, even though it's L.A. you know,
But first
the
sequel is very
sunshine.
good. Don't watch part 3. That took place in America, and that's like one of the worst. Worst. It's like
No, it was kind of played out by the third time, and
of course, Great America has hidden tunnels. I think they got the ideal from the Disneyland, all the tunnels,
all the tunnels
down there. Um, and you got the Days of Thunder. I think it came out in 1990. It was they took the Top Gun script and put it on a racetrack. That's much I can say about this movie.
Oh, speaking of Beverly Hills Cop, did you know that like the first Beverly Hills Cop movie was supposed to be with I think it was like Mel Gibson or something.
Oh well, no, it was supposed to be with the guy from Rambo. He took the he was going to make more
Sylvester
cars.
Stallone.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. And then he put that
Cobra.
script into another.
Cobra.
Yeah, that's right.
So basically, you want to see the really dark version of Beverly Hills Cop? Watch Cobra. That was. If it was Cobra, it's more common. There's one scene he drinks a beer in a shootout at the supermarket.
Right.
One of these days, I could do a location.
I don't know why it was Mel Gibson. I think it just had Mel Gibson on the reign.
I think it was on an action-packed Rambo. You know, well, ladies. Well, what I like about the character in Beverly Hills, he had faults. He wasn't that great a character. You know what I mean? Honestly, he was not.
No, like he was like in a gray area where he was had good intentions, but he did things around the circle of kind of illegal, like stealing and.
But the amazing how long he was like 19 years old when he joined Saturday Night Live. He was like
Eddie Murphy, yeah.
Eddie Murphy was really young. He was a baby. And his movie sucked after a few years later.
Well, can't win them all.
Yeah. And then you got the Last Boy Scouts. This movie was awesome. You haven't seen this movie because you suck as a.
Well, I probably seen it. I just don't know what it's about.
This movie basically takes place. There's corruption. They're trying to legalize gambling. They're trying to bribe a senator to legalize gambling in California for football. And
it has like Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis as buddy cops.
And then Harry Berry's plays a cheerleader on the fake football team.
That sounds interesting.
I guess she was dating the leader, the owner. She was in a fair or something, or I don't know the whole story, but the owner. But she found to get him back into the football, because she was trying to blackmail him. Say, I know your secrets, You let my boyfriend back in, hush hush. But the one-liners of both Bruce Williams and they even had Liz Kim, scene. You know what I mean? They're awesome together in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of things with Damon is pretty good.
Not a lot of things.
Not, I would say a lot of things, not everything.
You don't get too much credit for it.
I'll just say that.
But it did. Of course, Halle Berry had a really short role now, and of course, Daniel Harris, later on becomes the Halloween Part 4. I know she played the niece or the daughter of the main character of it. She later on she wears that clown mask.
Was that the one where there's a little girl and she's like the spirit of somebody's Michael's like some relative or something? I don't know.
I don't really know the whole thing, but basically, for some reason Michael Myers just wants to kill this little girl. And the funny thing about it, like she wore that costume, the clown costume for Halloween.
Yeah, just like in the first one.
And then she wears, and then later on she plays, she comes in the Rob Zombie movies. And then she was in a couple of Roseanne TV series. She was hot. She had a stalker too. And True Romance. This movie, you haven't seen it, you suck as a person. Of course, you suck too. If you haven't seen it.
I don't think I've seen it.
This movie is awesome.
We didn't have any.
Christian
Christian Slater.
Slater. Yeah, Christian Slater. Basically, the whole movie is he meets some girl at a bar, but he talks about Elvis, about some different chick.
Did you say that Nick Cage is in this too?
Yeah, he plays Elvis.
An Elvis
He plays
impersonator.
But a lot of people know that Elvis. He was a big fan of Elvis. He was like he married his daughter.
Ew.
So he got a little. It's kind of creepy. His fan, got the ultimate
Ew.
Elvis prize.
Ew.
But this movie was awesome. So basically, was he meets a girl at a bar. He meets, they have a great time. But later on, he finds out like his friends pay her. I guess she was a hooker or something, and pays her. Mm-hmm. And then they fall in love. And then he tries. The whole movie is trying to get him out of it. I guess they fell in some kind of money. Mm-hmm. And also the best character in this whole movie was Gary Oldman. He plays that Jamaican white drug dealer.
Yeah, Rastafari drug dealer guy. He's got like a blind eye or something.
Totally, like he talks to Kim, he like shoves a light in his face, has his light swinging, like shoves in his face. Of course, Brad Pitt plays a stoner,
That's funny.
But a lot of people, one of the characters, the booster, in the movie, I guess one of the people buying drugs from the dealer. Actually, he's related to the one of the characters in Turtle Bastards, the Drew Beard that goes around smashing Nazis.
Yeah, Eli Roth.
Yeah, and later he does the Hostel movies.
Right. Yes.
But Dennis Hopper does a great job in this movie. He always plays a good villain there,
Yeah.
So let's give along the Crimson Tides. A good filler movie. It kind of takes place in submarine. They get some kind of order. Maybe you shoot a missile or not, but the message goes away. Mm-hmm. And the captain says, we need to shoot this. The other guy, the second mate, say, we need to follow protocol because we don't know what's going out there. And they say, well, if you're wrong, but if I'm right, if you're right, we're both screwed no matter what happens. Because you don't know, because you're in a submarine, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and I was reading about it. I guess it mirrors like the events that happened in the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah. Well, the history about that, people don't realize we kind of teased the Russians because we had like a bunch of missiles in Turkey. So we kind of pushed them. We said, well, we're going to put missiles there. We're going to put it over there.
Yeah. So like it's kind of I don't know. It kind of like has that a bit about it where like it kind of like is like about that sort of, but not really.
And then,
I don't know.
And then you got The Fan that came out in '96. We're kind of rushing this, so I'm cold.
The Fan?
Yeah, it's basically it's about a guy who's obsessed with a baseball player, and I guess the character Wesley Snipes plays is Barry Bonds.
Dang.
And the idea of it about a fan, extreme fan who likes baseball too much. Mm. And I mean Wesley Snipes, and you got what's his name, favorite professional, Robert De Niro, plays the soccer.
Sounds about right.
But I can't really see Wesley Snipes baseball player. I really can't see him.
Well, I couldn't see him as drag queen, and look what happened.
Yeah, that's true. He's kind of hot. Kind of got a little roused a little bit. You're like, oh, hey, girl. Oh, my God. And then you got Man on Fire, excellent movie. Dancing Willie, one of my great movies.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, I finally got a name right.
There was a couple of movies.
Did I get the name right this time?
Denzel Washington.
Like a fifth take.
He actually did like a lot of movies with Denzel Washington.
He plays a bodyguard in this one, and the girl gets kidnapped in a plot twist.
Dakota Fanning.
Plot twist. It turns out it was her father. Agent Orange, I had no clue, but that's now David Blue. I have Denzel's in that one too. Members. Of course, his last movie, Unstoppable. But it's kind of sad in the story. You can't really tell because we'll get he kind of this I'm really I'm personally sad. But his brother, too bad he didn't do Maverick. That came out this year. So that's pretty much. If you like this movie, let me know what you think. Subscribe. We did give 10 million likes, we'll do something with him naked somewhere. We'll criminal stuff and Jerry.
All right.
You didn't shake your head.
I did shake my head.
Oh, I didn't see it. It's kind of blurry. All right. So thank you. Hope we get better at this. Please like and subscribe and tell your friends how dumb we are.
All right. See you. Bye.